Hey guys, 2 seconds while I get the Chimera that we're going to be working on today up and running. Hold on while I get the stream going, guys. Hold on for 2 more seconds, guys. Well, I say 2 more seconds, more like 2 minutes, but still, we're almost there. All right. Okay. Hey, Mark, how's it going? How was your deployment? Your mini deployment? We're working on an old build Chimera today. I was going to spray and prime, or prime and spray today, but the weather was just utter garbage. Utter garbage. It was horrible. So, unfortunately, that's not happening. The weather turned really bad, really crappy. I'm glad. Are you enjoying your leave? That's cat hair. That's more cat hair. Got to paint that base now. Oh yes. Your what was it? Your war glaive. Yeah, it was very good. Or the Hellevica. I forget. I don't know how to say that one. I have to be careful. I got to chew on this side. But I'll get into that a little later. Once people start coming in. So the old one with the wheels, I don't have the directions for the old one with the wheels. That's a little frustrating. I'm going to have to guess where the big wheel goes. I'm assuming it goes into the back. You would think it would go into the back. So let's. My son got to see his great grandmother. I bought some stuff to build and paint now. I'm assembling clowns still. Tournament coming up, gonna rock Gilliman and the company. I would love to see some photos from the tournament on the Discord. So whenever you get a chance, I'd love to see those photos from the Discord and see what's up. Oh, let me do introductions real quick. Hey everyone, my name is Commissar Hecht. We're gonna do another build and chat and paint. And I'm going to eat a little bit. I've been out of commission for a little bit because I recently had dental surgery. And the dental surgery was to put a metal post in my jaw so I could get a tooth. Because the old dental surgery, or the old metal post, necrotized. So yay! So I had to go in, they had to drill in a new hole, clean it out, clean out all the dead flesh and put a new one in. So I have to be very careful how I eat. And I got to eat soft foods, and they say bread is okay. I don't know if they said necessarily anything had seeds in it, but this is the healthiest bread I could find. So I got to chew with this side of my mouth. So. But while we're doing that, we'll build a tank. We'll build Chimera. And that'll be really cool. And I can kind of cheat with the wheels. Because, yeah, mouth pain does suck. I actually I've been taking some hydrocodone because they what's it called? Gave it to me. They prescribed it for me. So I'm surprised I can eat the sandwich without feeling much pain. So there is that. I think the big wheel goes here. Yeah. Big wheel goes at the bottom. Little wheel goes at the top. So, let's see, what else happened? So I had my dental surgery yesterday. What's going on with the channel? I have a dental surgery yesterday. As far as things are going on with the channel, I will be live streaming Total Warhammer at some point, maybe this evening or I don't know, over the weekend. I don't know. The problem with live streaming Total Warhammer is one, a lot of the turns. So from turn 27, let's actually talk about that. From turn 27 all the way to turn 81, I think, it was slow going. I got rid of the vampire counts. I exterminated the vampire counts. But the battles were pretty. It was really boring. All the battles were really boring. They were just basically me surrounding all my archers with my spearmen and my halberdiers and my great swordsmen, and just taking punishment after punishment after punishment, and really just not dealing well. Really just, it was basically a war of attrition when it came down to it. While I do enjoy wars of attrition, like I'm a little deathcore prig in that fact. Like, I enjoy doing wars of attrition because I can normally kind of game what the computer is going to think, how it's going to react. It's also really, it doesn't make for fun gameplay, just nothing but infantry slog, infantry slog, infantry slog. Oh, and that's my phone. 2 seconds, guys. Ah. 'Twas no one, just a random robocall. But anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, so it was nothing but our attrition for the most part. And it was all right. I mean, but it doesn't make for good gameplay. Attrition games do not make for good gameplay or good game footage. And I finally got rid of them, I think, turn 75, the vampire counts. But it was just like, it was such a pain in the ass to deal with. And so I think what I'm going to do, hey, Frank, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to live stream the game. This is what I'll do. I will currently writing a campaign fighting for the tabletop. Any chance on Dawn of War streaming? If I get the damn game to work. So I want to actually do Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse because that's a fun mod. But the problem I'm having with that particular mod is that it likes to crash often and frequently, and I've been trying to patch it so where it doesn't crash and all that stuff, but it seems like it just doesn't want to do that. It doesn't want to play ball that way. So yeah, it's super frustrating. Hey, Frank, how are you? I'm glad you could join us for the stream. How have you been? We're currently building a Chimera, and the glue is not wanting to work with me. Oh, you know what? I think I screwed this up. Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh, well. No big deal. It's all going to be. Going to Wisconsin I'm doing good. Going to Wisconsin is for my daughter's wedding. Oh, congratulations and happy tidings for the couple. Actually, speaking about weddings, my sister's wedding is going to be in October. So there's not going to be a whole lot of content being generated from the Commissar because I'll be partaking in the wedding celebrations. So that's going to be mid-October, though. Basically, from the 18th to the 20th, I will be incommunicado, celebrating my sister's wedding. So there is that. But no, I'm happy for you, Frank. Congratulations. Congratulations for your daughter. So yeah, we're just building this tank, and hopefully we'll get going. So yeah, I would love to do a Dawn of War stream. I would love to do Ultimate Apocalypse because that's basically as close to tabletop as it gets for Warhammer 40K. The problem is that Ultimate Apocalypse likes to crash on me, and you know I wanna do a good series. I actually want to do the Ultimate Apocalypse campaign. The mod for that, but they don't have a campaign for Ultimate Apocalypse. So I've been wanting to do that because the battles in Ultimate Apocalypse, when you actually do get the damn thing to work, are amazing. I need Dawn of War with Primaris and Tau, and I'm updated Tau. Instant buy for me. Yeah. Actually, there are a few good games that are coming out. I will be doing, and this is a guarantee, I will be doing Battlefleet Gothic. I will be doing Battlefleet Gothic live streams when Battlefleet Gothic 2 comes out in January. That's going to be amazing. So have no fear. That will happen. Warhammer for the Switch. There is a Diablo clone that's coming out. It's called Chaos Bane. I think it's coming out for Xbox and PC. So I cannot wait for that. That's going to be fun. Yeah, it's called Chaos Bane. It just came out. Well, the trailer just came out, and it's for Steam. So if you have a Steam account, you can do that. And I think if it's like Diablo, I will totally do a campaign story for Chaos Bane. Yeah, I would totally do that. That's easy because you've got all your action and your storyline right there built into the premise. The big issue the big problem that I have with like Total War and live streaming Total War is that it takes forever to do something that you want to do. So like as of right now, the Empire in my current playthrough, the Empire is currently secured Slovenia. They got rid of all the like von Karstein and all them. They're all gone. And I just merged with Ostermark. And then I just need to merge with Null. And then I basically have all of that area to myself. And Chaos, I think I'm on turn 90. And Chaos is slowly starting to come down. They've made inroads into the Nordland area. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But it's getting to the point where, like, the orcs tried to push up into my territory. I knocked them back. And I killed the rest of the vampire count. So I'm sitting pretty secure in my territory. Another thing that people have been replying to me, not necessarily complaining. I mean, they're letting me know, is that my live streams are pretty spotty. You know, they're looking at 360, maybe 240p, which is a little bit embarrassing. So I really do want to get a better gaming computer. The problem is money. You know, still got to pay the bills and all that stuff. You know, I'd love to drop, you know, $2,000, $3,000 on a nice gaming computer. And, you know, I could potentially budget for it, but it's not a lot of, it's just not in the cards, especially because we also buy plane tickets and, you know, when I go visit my parents' house, we're not going to be eating out much, but, you know, I do want to eat out occasionally with my wife, you know, because we haven't gone out as a couple in a hot minute. Oh yeah, computer needs it. Basically, for me to get a good streaming computer, I basically need to sink in $2,000, and then I will get a nice streaming computer. But it's got to be a laptop because I don't have the room for an actual like dedicated tower and monitor. And, you know, ultimately, I would love to have a tower because a tower you can modify. You can take pieces out and put in new pieces. Laptop, you buy what you get. I mean, that's it. So it's one of those things. But I'm generally curious what you guys are working on. Mark, I know you're working on the Warblades, the mini knights. Oh, we're almost out of glue on this one. All right. Let that dry for a little bit. You sent me the mini knight. I haven't seen any of your Harlequins. All right. Let's see how badly I dorked this up. Sure did. Unless this is the wrong side. Yep, wrong side. Damn it. I'm putting together a Chimera. Old build Chimera. Or the one where you had to put in the treads and whatnot. And the wheels. So I'm pretty sure I dorked it up a little bit, but that's all right. The wheels are something I can fix, kind of. For the most part. Yeah, I did dork it up a little bit. Oh, well. We can, so I have to disassemble the entire thing to put it on the cockpit. Oh, I hate backtracking like that. Oh, that's always the worst. Because you're like, yeah, I'm done. And then you realize, no, I'm not. There, I just got to hold this sucker together. Sometimes a little bit of application of force is necessary. They're fun to paint, though, all the vibrant colors. Any idea how I can paint diamond pattern? Stencils. That's all I can say. The stencils is really your best friend when it comes to the Harlequins. You're not gonna get anything much else than that when it comes to Harlequins, man. And I hate to say that because, like, they'd be fun to paint, fun colors and all that stuff. Very vibrant, like you said, but the pattern is going to be your biggest issue. So. Or you could be a madman and freehand it like some guys do. Like, I've seen them freehand diamond pattern before, or other like cross-check pattern. You're a better man than me. I'll tell you that much. I'd go insane. Yeah. Let's see what else. So I got one of my friends into Warhammer, but he wants to play Sigmar. So I guess that means I need to start investing in Age of Sigmar. Even though I really don't want to. But he wants to play, so it's just like, hey, I can't tell him no. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some cheap old Imperial boxes, old Empire boxes. I think they're called the Free Peoples now. Put them together and start doing mini Age of Sigmar battle reports. Nothing too major. You know, it's only going to be Empire versus the Wood Elves, the Slavonian, the Dryad people. Only because I'm not really, like, you would think I'd be interested in Age of Sigmar because it's more like Warhammer 40K now, but I'm not into the whole, I'm just not into the whole Age of Sigmar deal. But like I said, my friend wants to play, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, you want to play, let me try and find an army to purchase. And hopefully I can do that soon. So, and who knows, I might like Age of Sigmar, but right now I'm not into it. Not into it. Got it. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, give me some glue. Well, if I dedicated my time to Age of Sigmar, like I do Warhammer, I would play as the Free Guild. I would play as the Free Peoples, and maybe with some you know, what are they called? Sigmarian allies, basically Space Marines for Sigmar. The Celestial Warriors. I forget what they're called. Eternals. The Stormcast. There we go. Had to think of it for a bit. Yeah, I'd play the Eternals. But my core army would be the Empire, or what's left of the Empire. Although I wouldn't mind playing dwarves either. So, I mean, I don't know. I just like the way the Empire look. Like it's like your traditional like medieval, your medieval army. Like there's nothing like, I mean, yeah, the Empire is the Empire. There's something a little bit special about them, or was special about them, because they would they believed in Sigmar and Ulrich and all that stuff, and obviously Sigmar came down during the end times, before they blew up the realm. So like, but the Empire is just humans. Like, yeah, they've got gunpowder weapons and their magics their battle wizards are pretty gnarly. But at the end of it all, they're just humans, and that's why I love the Imperial Guard. They're just humans. Like, yeah, they got some psychic abilities, but it's just men, tanks, and aircraft, and that's all that they got. I'm currently actually re-listening to Hell's Reach, and that's about Grimaldus and the Black Templar during the Armageddon campaign. And like, the Guard are just the Guard. Like when they talk about Colonel Saren, right? And how tired he is and how exhausted he always like there's never a day where he's like, Colonel Saren's well rested from a good night's sleep. No, he's just completely exhausted. Like even Grimaldus is like, his weariness drains on me. Like, I'm tired just looking at him. And there's nothing super powerful or metaphysical about just guys with swords basically defending hearth and home, or guys with lost guns basically defending against a race that literally all they care about is just shedding blood. All they care about is a proper fight. Getting good and stuck in. And that's that. Like, I enjoy the Empire when it was Warhammer Fantasy, and like I said, I wanted Cadia fell before the Guard did. Yeah, absolutely. The planet cracked before the Guard did. But that's the truth. That is the truth of it all. Is that, like, I enjoy, as much as like in D&D. Okay, in D&D. I tend to play paladins, because paladins are such a they're such a gift to the DM, and they're also a challenge. So like, I would play paladins because while they do receive gifts from their god, because they pray, and from if they're religious, Although there are non-denominational paladins. They just believe in the word of good. They just believe in good so much that it gives them divine abilities. Or the what's it called? Or they believe in that good is divine. Not necessarily that they don't believe in a divine power, because then they don't get divine power, but they believe in good, like the actions of being good is divine and all that stuff, which is really kind of cool. And they get divine grace, which protects them from, divine health, which protects them from like supernatural abilities, and divine grace, which makes them immune to fear, and gives +2 bonuses or gives plus bonuses to their allies from fear effects. But other than that, they're just there standing their ground. Like that's all they do, is if they see something wrong, they write it. And that's kind of what the guard is. The guard is just, hey, I just want to make it to basically, I want to make it to dinner. That's all. I just want to defend my home. And like I said, I love that mentality, that mentality of the planet cracked before the guard did, or the empire broke before the soldiers did, the state troops did. And that's really kind of the essence of it. And again, I enjoy that kind of mentality of hey, this is just a human being on the battlefield, and he's facing, demon monsters and augmented champions of chaos, or augmented champions of like darkness and destruction and death and all that stuff. And he's just a guy with a sword and a shield going, holy shit. And you have no right to be there. Basically, like everyone around you is going, who the hell's you? And you have no right to be there as a mortal man, and yet that mortal man is, spitting in the eyes of everybody that's coming to take his town and burn, and kill him and kill all that he loves, because he's like, well, if I don't do it, someone else is gonna have to. And I'm getting paid by, back then it was, I'm getting paid by Karl Franz and all them and whatnot. But at the end of the day, if I don't win this fight, you're coming to my house. You're going to my home. You are literally the antithesis of all that is. And I don't want you, I'm going to stop you in your tracks. I may die, most likely, trying to stop you, but at the end of it all, I just find that amazing. Like that mentality, that hey, I'm gonna do everything in my power to stop you until I can. I did have these lined up. And they were working just a second ago. I hate the wheels. Like, I know why Games Workshop got rid of them. Now I know, because it's just such a pain in the ass. Oh, almost had it. Oh, we're good there. I just have to shift a little bit. Come on. All aboard the struggle bus, population me. You're hearing let's say you're hearing pops and snaps. That means that they're going in. Tank tread might be a little derpy. Of course, I get the fumes from the plastic burning in my eye. There you go. Well, it's going to be a little bowed, but I think we can make it work. There we go. Let's see. Welcome back. So, Frank, what do you, besides your daughter's wedding, what have you been up to? How have you been? Let me just wash your hands real quick. All right, I'm back. Clippers, where'd they go? My son flipped out over for the first time by himself. Oh, congratulations! Yeah, that's a huge milestone. When babies start to rotate and flip over. Another huge milestone for you new parents out there is when they start cruising, and cruising is basically when they will reach for things, pull themselves up, and then walk around that object, whether it's a table, a chair, or whatnot, and they'll go from object to object. They'll basically island hop. Cruising is really, really good. Flipping over is really good too. Now you just need them to get them to do the pushing them up on their stomachs and whatnot, doing that tummy time. That tummy time is very important for children when they're growing up as babies. That tummy time is super key, super critical, because that's like their basis for pushing themselves up, and now they want to walk and all that stuff. So that's super key thing, super critical thing. So I'm glad your son is becoming more mobile. It's gonna take a while, but when they do, oh boy howdy, they move fast. How's the tank coming on? The tank is coming along great. We got both tank both main tank treads or tank tracks done. Now we just need to do the treads, and that'll be really cool. We'll get that going. So the one thing that you got to be very careful about when you're doing the treads is making sure you don't want to glue your fingers together too. Make sure that you place the treads correctly where they're supposed to go. Otherwise, you're in a world of hurt because they won't stick. And they'll have a tendency to pop off. So you try to glue them down as best you can. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to be patient. You have to be patient, especially with tank treads. You can't speed glue tank treads. Some people are able to do it, but I don't want to speed glue tank treads because that's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, if I had a dime for every time I glued my fingers together, I'd be rich. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for my daughter to start getting into Warhammer and all that stuff. Although if she doesn't want to do it, that's fine too. I'm not one of those parents that forces their children to do the things that they did. If she finds interest in it, great. If she doesn't, oh well. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not going to be bummed out, but that's part of life. What kind of glue do I use? I use testers, but I've been using Gorilla Glue because it's glues faster. It stays on. It just works better with this plastic, particularly old Games Workshop plastic. I know there are a bunch of purists that are like, oh no, don't ever use Gorilla Glue because it'll melt the plastic and damage the model and all that stuff. And I get it, I really do. But the GW plastic glue, in my opinion, is not the greatest for the price that they charge you for. It doesn't do good repairs. It doesn't do spot repairs really well and all that stuff. So that's why I tend to use Gorilla Glue. And again, I know there are some purists out there that are like, you absolutely should not be using Gorilla Glue for Games Workshop models. But like I said, for the work that I'm doing, I want to make sure that it sticks. I use Gorilla Glue. Simple as that. See, and then I do something stupid like that. Ah, damn. Loctite is great. Also PS3 super glue. I've never heard of Loctite before. Never heard of PS3 super glue. So, but I'll give those a try. Ow. Of course, it doesn't help that I dropped the damn thing. That's I think the bad drawback of Gorilla Glue is that once you drop it on your clothes, it just stains and doesn't wash away. You have to scrape it off. You have to really go at it with that green scrubbing. I'll tell you, if I ever get stabbed, though, I'm sealing it up with Gorilla Glue. It'll burn like hell, but it'll work. Oh. Loctite is a Walmart brand, I think. It's fantastic, no complaints. And then P3 is made from, or for, I'm assuming you mean for, or made by Warhammer hobbyists. So, hey, I'm always down for that. Let's put on the doors real quick. That'll be quick and easy. So we'll get rid of the fingerprints. For the most part, yeah. Oh yeah, let's do it real quick and easy. Perfect. Do. All right, cool. Now, the one thing I dislike about the tank treads is that they're really finicky. Hey, Eric Berry, I am feeling a lot better now. I need your mailing address, because send me an email, or no, talk to me on because I have your thing. Let me go show it to you real quick. So, Mr. Berry, here is your gift. So, if for those of you who don't know, Mr. Berry had won a long time ago one of the gifts, one of the giveaways, and I still have it. He and I have just never had a chance. So he lives in the local area, and he and I just never had a chance to meet up. And I really do not want to continue to just be like, I'll get it to you. So he was trying to do me a solid and save me some time with the shipping costs, seeing as he lives in the local area. But I think at this point, I just need to give this to him, and be honorable about it, or not honorable, but uphold my end of the bargain. I mean, the big problem is that I don't know when I am going to be able to get down to Lawton. It seems like every single time I'm either sick or just miserable, and like all I want to do is just give him the his wardens that he won. And for whatever reason, it never seems to want to work out. So yeah. So Eric Berry, just send me a message through Facebook on my Commissar channel, and I'll mail these to you. Yes, I did see that. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you still being a Patreon donor. Boom, boom. All right. Now the question is, do I want a 1 or a 2? I want a 1. I still want to meet you, though, Mr. Berry. I just haven't had it. Like I said, we always seem to be missing each other, and I don't know why. Joseph B. Hello, Joseph B. I know you love your Blood Angels. Blood Angels are a good faction. As a matter of fact, I think we have another Blood Angels player. I believe Frank Bell is a Blood Angels player, if he's still in the chat. I do know that he is Grey Knights. I do know that he does play Grey Knights a lot, though, too. Which Grey Knights have gotten stupid powerful over the game. I actually would really love to play Grey Knights one of these days. Grey Knights and Ultramarines. Grey Knights and Ultramarines. That's right. We have 2 Ultramarine players in the community. We have Frank and we have Mark. Oh, Chris Byar, Raul Thomas plays Blood Angels. That's right. That's who I was thinking of. And here is the problem. Dark Angels starting Custodes. Still waiting for Primaris Marines for my Grey Knights, maybe Sunday. I don't think Grey Knights will ever receive Primaris Marines. I know people have been talking about that. Like when will I really did jack up this tread. Like when will the Grey Knights receive their Primaris Marines? But I don't see that happening. Mainly because they believe that they're pure of strain, and Primaris Marines are like the new kids on the block. But who knows? I might be wrong. Well, shit. And this is where treads suck. The old builds suck because I misaligned the wheels. Damn it. I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling, tried to avoid it. I knew that was going to happen. And the only thing I can do now is just glue it nice and good. Glue it nice and tight, and hopefully that'll work. Such a rookie maneuver. That's a rookie mistake. Ah, got it. Nope, I think I made it worse. Damn it. What if I did this? Got it. Yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit of a drastic Grotznick surgery to get what you want. There. Now it doesn't look as warped. The treads are still sticking up a little bit, but it doesn't look as warped. Ah. All right. Back to treading. Yeah, the stratagems are pretty gnarly when it comes to like that +5 get one back. I mean I get the stratagems are a cool thing, but like Jesus Christ, some armies they benefit absolutely every time with their stratagems. Other armies they absolutely don't. So I think stratagems are kind of a hit and miss when it comes to the game. Ultramarines are my favorite. I love my Guilliman army. Also looking good. Yeah, Guilliman's disgusting. Especially with this new with how gun lines are and whatnot. Like I should never see a Space Marine player not have plasma weapons. For the fact that Guilliman just allows rerolls all the damn time. Like without fail. Now I haven't seen Guilliman in action. Like I haven't had the unfortunate luck of running into Guilliman against an opponent army before, but I'm assuming he's just disgusting. Dark Angels always take plasma. Well, isn't it like that? Isn't it like that their theme? Like Dark Angels, like it should be Dark Angels and Salamanders should have plasmas and flamers all the time. Like at no point should a Dark Angel army not include a plasma gun or a flamethrower. And then special weapons would be like plasma cannons and all that stuff. I have an exact 1,500 point army with Skilliman. Good Lord, that must be a low model count. Skilliman's what? 400 points? I mean, if you have Gilliman, you don't necessarily need anything else, really. Ah. I am struggling with this tank dread. Oh, it would help if I didn't drop them. Everyone runs plasmas now that Hellblasters came out. I mean, yeah, Hellblasters are one of those things that I think need to be not necessarily nerfed, but they definitely need to be reorganized because, like, they're cheap for a heavy weapons support. And they put out just an ungodly amount of punishment for a 5-man unit. I know that they can just as a 5-man unit. I know they can get up to 10-man, but you know, I just see people running 5-man. I think there we go. So yeah, I don't. I think Hellblasters need to be retooled. Let's see. Yep, 400 points, all infantry. I use a Primaris Ancient with the Emperor Standard for +3 shooting on death. +2 for Blood Angels Ancient, or the Dark Angels Ancient. Yeah, Dark Angels Ancients are dirty. They're disgusting. They are broken as all get out. The fact that it's +2 everything, or not +2, but with the combination of Dark Angels Ancient, you basically have +2 on your ballistics and weapon skill. Is just amazing. It borderlines bad comedy, really. Oh, hand is locking up. Ow. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, the Hellblasters, like all you need is about 5 of them, and you basically can threaten anything that has 10 wounds or less. Um, you're almost popping tanks, 12 wound tanks, and in some cases you're popping. You're almost popping 12 wound tanks. You're basically crippling 10 wound or 11 wound tanks, like anything that could possibly be a threat just isn't when Hellblasters are in play, because they just delete anything that's on the board, especially when you overcharge. And there's no unnecessary risk to it either. It's just, well, I'm going to overcharge these Hellblasters, and you know what? Yeah, one of them might die, but I'm going to take you out. Yeah, and the 30-inch range, you're basically hitting them with a. Hellblasters are definitely a multi-wound model threat. And yeah, the what's it called? Weapons of the Dark Age. That's a what's it called? That's a Blood Angel, not Blood Angel, Dark Angel stratagem that they can pull out of their butt at any point in time, should they choose to. And it's pretty goddamn gnarly. Is it one command point? Oh God, that's just wholly unfair. One command point, and I can take and a group of 10 Hellblasters can do 15 wounds if they all hit and wound, of course. Good Lord, that's just frightening. That's not even that like on the scale of remotely fair. That's just insulting. Like you're just adding insult to injury at that point. And again, that 30-inch range is pretty gnarly. I need one more single tread to even that out. With Azrael, get back up on a 5-up. Oh, that's so dirty. Whoo, that's so dirty. That's not even fair. That's just adding insult to injury. Oh, and could you imagine with a full devastating fusion of plasma cannons? D3 shots, 36-inch range. Or 48. I can't remember if plasma cannons are 36 or 48. that's just disrespectful. Straight up disrespectful. That's an open hand slap. So what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and bleed all day? Kind of a deal. Oh, that's just disrespectful. Woo-wee. Ah. This tread is going to be jacked up a little bit, but that's okay. Those are 24 inches. I always get 2 shots. Usually bring 8 plasma incinerators, 7 assault plasma incinerators. Jesus! Yeah, like I said, plasma weapons are really damn good. My only issue is that like guard plasma isn't as effective. I mean, it is, it can be. But it seems like whenever my veterans get out there, they get shot to pieces before their plasmas can come to bear. Which is kind of sad because like they're really good when they do get off. Go. It's always these last few treads that give me the worst amount of problems. There we go. It's a little messy, but again, what tank tread it? What tank tread of the Imperial Guard isn't? Oh, so one down. Bit annoying, but one down. Well, for the orcs, let's see. I think they should get a shooting buff. I really do. I mean, they're excellent in close combat, and they're excellent. What they need is movement and shooting buffs. They're excellent in close combat. And they should obviously get some close combat buffs, but I seriously think that they should absolutely get shooting buffs. Because if you read the lore, they shoot so much shit in the air that you end up getting hit. Okay. So I think that DACA buff should be not just for infantry, but for all units in an orc army. Volume of fire, special rule that they have. It's for the Gretchen. It's called dangerous in numbers or deadly. Dangerous in numbers. And it works. Like Gretchen get ballistic skill of 4, of 3 if they if there's more than 20 of them in a group. But I think the orcs should get a higher ballistic skill. Because it's something that they should absolutely get. So son of a bitch. I knew that was going to happen. Never try and force something to fit if it's not going to fit. Because that's just what happened. I just sent pieces flying all over the place. And covered in cat hair. Yay! My hands are all covered in glue. I need like a power steamer just to clean these clean my hands. Where'd that other tank tread go? Am I sitting up? No. Watch Commissar Heck struggle with the tank tread. Yay. So frustrating. All right, well. No, it's not there. Oh, it's way over there. Their strength of their guns, I think, is strength 4. I want to say the shooters are strength 4. So, I mean, if you hit a strength 3 unit, it's going to feel it. So you're gonna cause casualties with a shooter. There we go. Do you think that they should have a +4 like a guard? Well, I'll talk to you. Thanks, Mark, for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. I always love talking to you during these build and paint sessions. Do I think that they should have ballistic skill 4 like the guard? No, I think that they should just get buffs. Like a unit gives them a buff to shoot. something to that extent. Like, yeah, keep the notoriously bad aim, but the give them something that to where they can hit a target. Okay, because right now orcs can't hit anything that has that gives -1 or -2 to its ballistic skill. For example, like aircraft. So it forces you to have to take aircraft, amongst other things. So no, I think that they should get a bone. I think they should be able to buy something that gives them the +1 to ballistic skill, like a wog banner or whatnot, or it's a stratagem like wall of fire that gives a +1 ballistic skill, because the guard have that. Vestroya have Pride of the Vestroyans, okay, or Pride of the Firstborn. Gives you a +1 to ballistic skill while you're shooting. And I think that could work lovely, all things considered. With the new rules, they say they'll always hit on a 6. I did not see that. I did not see that 6s always hit. I have always been under the impression. Where is it? If you could link that to me, that'd be great. Because I was always under the impression that no matter what, if you have a ballistic skill modifier that modifies you past a 6, you fail to hit. Don't even bother. Because if that's the case, then there are so many games where my orcs were able to shoot, even though it was on a 6. And that would have definitely had. It may not have helped me win, but it definitely would have been certainly helped my chances. Because my orcs are pretty good at snatching the jaws of defeat, just snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Although I really can't talk my guard have not had a very good track record recently, especially against Gene Stealer cults and Tyrannid. They've just been getting their butts handed to them. Back-to-back losses. Nope. Ah, crap. That broke. Damn. So we're almost done with the treads. As I say, 1 hour and 46 minutes into it. I think this glue has had it. Ah. All right, I think we can do it. I think we can pull this one off. Ah, for God's sakes. All right. And that tank tread is done. Oh, bye, Eric. Send me that message so I can send you your stuff. Here we go. and that tank tread's done. Alrighty, so 2 tank treads. I'm going to wash my hands one more time because now my hands are just covered in glue. All right, I think we're getting most of it off. Still a lot to go through. All righty. My fingers are all crusted over with all that glue. Jesus. One thing I don't like about tank treads is that they're very, even if you put a little bit in, you'll still get glue on your fingers, and they'll just start cracking up and all that stuff. Ooh. My daughter's plant is dying. Yeah. Fix that. All right. All right, I think this glue is done. So we're gonna go open up another pair, another glue. So this one's dead. This one's officially done. Okay, and where is the heavy bolter? There it is. All right. Damn it. I always keep dropping it. The smallest pieces. Ah. This is where you got to finagle using the clippers to. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Yeah. Go. Ah, damn it. There. All right. All right. And I'll be going soon because as soon as the school bell rings, I'll have to start getting ready for dinner. Start cleaning up for dinner. And what I mean by school bell is retreat. Obviously, I'm not retreat, but yeah, retreat for the day. All right. Tank turrets are done. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, and there's the bell. Put down pens and pencils, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for the day. Let that dry. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for this live stream, even though it was kind of you guys talking to one another and me kind of struggling with glue. But that's the bell. That is retreat. That is telling me that the day is done. I got to get to work on dinner and whatnot. My name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for joining me. And if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and join my Patreon if you so choose. Every dollar helps. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.